Hey, it was Ronnie Olson of the Shady Spring Tigers victorious in round one. Ronnie, you guys have been able to wear your home uniforms at all 7 games down here. I mean, that's generally a good sign.
Yeah, it feels good to know. Laundry-wise, you don't got to bring the other set, and it's less responsibility. But playing for that 1 seed, to know you can wear that white uniform, is, that kind of, resembles a lot. Stands for a lot. So to come down here and take care of the first game is great, and be the 1 seed.
More on the game side.
Yep.
Obviously, the turnovers were a big factor. They always are with you guys, but down here it's a little different. You guys made it kind of look like a regular season game at Shady against a region foe.
Yeah. That's what we've been really trying to practice for. Is just because we're here, we still want to play like we're at home. We can still feel like we can play that way. I thought the guys did a heck of a job of playing without their hands today and playing, anticipating pass lanes, jumping them, and really causing havoc even when we didn't have to. They felt like we were pressuring even when we weren't.
The nature of the beast is down here is it's a tougher place to play. There's going to be turnovers. I don't know if I've seen a team down here go through a whole half without a turnover. I mean, it's simple as kicking the ball off your foot or something, but you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Was that strange? I know you pointed that out in the press conference, but does that shock you at all?
Well, what's funny is because at the beginning of the season, we went to Florida and it was like, turn the ball, our turnovers. And, the season's long, and we eventually fixed things, got better, fixed things, got better, and we truly are playing our best basketball right now. But to turn a team over that many times and have 0 turnovers is truly a great feat for those guys.
Ammar is open as mine. We talked about him all season. We started talking about the guy last year. You said all he's got to do is understand that how good he is.
Yeah.
Is he starting to do that?
He is. I mean, and any college coach, anybody that knows basketball, watches him, knows it. He's not taking the shots he shouldn't take. He's not ball hogging. He's playing within the confines of the game, and that translates into a great basketball player on another level as well. He's kicking it when he's kicked. He's driving when he sees lanes. He's going and getting offensive glass, defensive rebound. I mean, the way he sat down and guarded today full court was impressive as well. He can do it all. His maturation has really took us to a whole nother level because we got Braden, phenomenal, right? State Player of the Year, in my opinion. You got Cole, best point guard in the state of West Virginia, in my opinion. Cam, best shooter. These are my guys. Jaden. But Ammar, his transition from being a good player to a great player is really what's transcended us into another level.
You think that's largely responsible for how well you played over the second half? I mean, he scored in double figures, I think, 15 or 16 straight games now.
I mean, anytime you can have another player that can put 20 points, 30 points on the board, it's going to make you that. And we got a team full of seniors. They don't want to lose. They know what's at stake. And Ammar's just there now. He's really pulling his weight in gold, the way he's approaching the game.
I think maybe one thing that gets lost because you are so good on defense, and in the past you said you wanted to make defense cool, and
yeah,
and that's
way back.
That was way back.
Way back, yeah.
And in ways I think you've done that. You see a lot of people, especially in our region, really stressing defense.
Yep.
I think the thing that gets lost is how good of a shooting team this is. Tonight, 11 of 26 from 3, which I think it's in the 40s, I believe, 42.3%. Pretty good from 3-point range for high school, and down here on these rims.
Yeah. Maybe they think we're liars because I wrote on the board we're not going to shoot, great, let's go downhill. But, basketball's pretty simple. If you can play defense, shoot the ball, you're going to be really successful. So we play defense at a high clip. We shoot the ball at a high clip. We're very, very, very hard to beat. And I know it's tough for teams. They want to play zone on us. But every one of these guys can shoot the basketball. So they got after it, and we started nailing some shots. And once they get in the flow and we play our basketball, usually they start making them.
A big deal was made. They did beat an 8 2 years ago. They weren't here last year. Could you tell a difference between they don't have the same team they had in either? Alkire said as much. Do you feel like because you've been down here, this is your 7th straight game down here, that made a difference?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's at stake. You've been down here. They've played in almost a half a season down here. So. And I think knowing that they were the 8 seed, beating the 1 seed, I'm not going to lie, kind of opened eyes for us a little bit, put a little extra bulletin board material up for us. So that wasn't going to pass through the cracks on us. That was definitely a motivational point on my end. Let's not be that team. And you know what? It's pretty simple, Dave. Let's be better and let's play better. And like I said, basketball's simple. Let's play better. Let's be better. And they proved it, and they started out that way tonight. Hopefully it's enough tomorrow night as well.
I think I've said in the past you don't have to necessarily play the toughest schedule, but in your case, I think I'm totally wrong on that because it's proven out. You look at the teams that are still here. You mentioned it briefly, but you got Huntington and Morgantown, two teams you played. Beat Huntington, lost to Morgantown in the season opener. Parkersburg South ended 4-8. James Monroe, Bluefield would be twice in the semis. How much of a factor is that in what happened tonight on that floor?
I mean, we were pushed all the way to the last game of the season when we had to push senior night to Huntington, and they're playing right now. So, I mean, if that doesn't make him better, then I don't know what will. We are truly battle tested. Is it going to be enough to win a state championship? 2 nights, the time will tell. Hopefully it is, and the way we construct our schedule, we can look like geniuses.
A lot of guys with steals tonight, too, and that led to they had 28 turnovers. You finished with 8 turnovers, none at the half, as we mentioned. Is that an indication with so many guys having at least, I think all your starters each starter had at least 3 steals. Is that an indication that you ramped up the defense and got it where you want it, where it needs to be to win down here?
Yeah, we've had a hard practice the last 3 weeks, and if you could watch us, if we could ramp it up a little more, we definitely did, because I know they thought I was being, maybe meticulous and just nitpicking, but I wasn't. I knew what was going to hopefully get us a win up here and win a state championship, and that's turning it up one more notch. You can't just play the way you played in the regular season. You got to play better in the section, you got to play better in the region, and you got to bring your A game out here. They did tonight. That doesn't mean we're going to do it tomorrow night. That means we've got to put our jerseys back on, and tonight's over. We got a new opponent, Scott or Hoover. And it's going to be a new game, and hopefully, what we've done in practice in our season is prepared us for this moment to go to another state championship at state tomorrow.
Here's a nice note. I don't know if you recognized it or not, but you got 3 coaches' sons.
Yeah.
On your team. None of those guys are starters, but they all scored tonight. How nice was that for you to see your boy Kai scored, Sam Jordan scored, Russell's son, and then of course John Radford's son scored too. How nice is that to see in a state tournament?
It was pretty cool. Kai and I talked about that before we came over, and personally, he didn't get to score last year. He played some, but it was good to have him score his first bucket here as well. So that was pretty cool. And Brody got a nice pull-up jumper, and then he had a layup too and missed. And Sam jumped to pass the lane and got one at half court. It's pretty cool. Behind the scenes of it all, after it's all said and done, all of us as coaches can talk about that. But it was pretty cool on the side note.
All right, Ronnie, I appreciate it as always.
Thank you, my
friend.